Oh my, my, my. My, my, my. Look at this. Welcome to Dan's on the Street. I'm Dan. Today we're in the city and territory of Gibraltar, on the southern tip here of the Iberian Peninsula, on the Strait of Gibraltar. This is not a city of Spain, though. This is a city. This little tip is one of the British overseas territories, not part of Spain. Long history and some controversy around it still, I think. I'm excited to check this out. Very interesting old place. Some bad news. It's not fully mapped, as you can see, but I think there's enough here that we're gonna see enough to get some sense of this place. Let's drop right down here on this street. Okay, we're on the ground here, looking at December 2011. Obviously, I would love for Google to get back here to update its maps and to expand them here. But I'll appreciate what we got, okay? We're on Line Wall Road. Interesting street name. This looks like fortification almost. Can't quite tell what's happening there. This is a city of about 33,000 people. It's actually one of the densest populated places on Earth, or that's what I read at least, according to how many people live, per square mile. This is definitely an interesting building. Yeah, and there's a strong military presence here. The British established a big base here. Look at this hillside, mountainside. Back during World War II, I read, or maybe there was one here, but they definitely expanded, and they still have this big presence here today. There's major construction going along this street here. Interesting. Beautiful tropic views. Great buildings. Love these red rooftops. Little playground there. All right. Clearly working on a bunch of things here. Building there. Yeah, I was very excited to check this out. I, of course, have heard of the Strait of Gibraltar for years. And, geography class. And, oh my god, a cannon. Okay. Definitely some serious history of military activity here. Statue to, I don't know, some soldiers or something. I'll be honest, I don't think I realized that this was not a part of Spain, though. I don't think I realized that. So, you're learning with me. Well, hopefully you knew that. But I definitely did not. Look at all these scooters. My God. That's a great way to get around, I guess. Here's the Land Rover dealership. Some of these are looking kind of dated in there. 2011. Bunch of trash. So people love scooters to get around here. That makes sense. I'd love to scoot around here. Great buildings here. Lovely faces to these. I'm sure they have great views. Well, maybe out of the top floors. I spoke too soon. Obviously there's water all around here. Kind of a shame they look out onto such a generic building there. Have you ever seen so many scooters? I don't think I've ever seen this. Seriously, this is the popular way of getting around. Kind of great look to these. This one could use a little cleaning up, but look at the great metal work all in there. Very nice. And you can see the balconies up top, many of them. Huh, interesting. Yeah, and the kind of bearing the lead here, as they say, right? The amazing part of this whole city is that it's next to this ridiculous, awesome mountain here. Look at this. Look at this place. This is the Rock of Gibraltar, which sounds like an 80s hair metal band. Rock of Gibraltar. Yeah, I could definitely listen to them. let's go ahead and just jump on top of this, because this is amazing. Well, let's go up the hillside here. Steep road. Interesting. Actually, not great views from right here. I can't tell which way I'm going. I expected slightly better views out there. All right, here we go. 2017, although you wouldn't know it from the quality of this image here. Look at these ships out there. Beautiful views. Let's try another angle on this, because I'm not loving those pictures, unfortunately. Rock gun battery. My God. Yeah, this is so impressive. Whoa, what in the world? Okay, we're in some cave here. Looks like man-made. Cornwallis Hall. Oh my. Yeah, there definitely been military presence. Look at this. They dug into this mountainside and they have cannons in here. This is a seriously fortified place, and historically, I mean, you control the entire Mediterranean Sea if you control basically this city or, you know, some territory around here. So that's pretty awesome. And here's a cable car. So they got cable. You can take a cable car up the hillside. I wonder if we can get a view of that. Kind of looks like maybe it runs down here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at these guys. Oh my. My. Look at this. Wow, look at all these ships coming in. Or passing through, I guess. Huh. And there's the city below us. Kind of blown out, but amazing. Looks like we can actually just move down this hillside. What a view. Oh, I would love to visit here someday. This seems like such an interesting place. Huh. Looks to be, yeah, these look like military ships. So I think that's probably the British military, probably. Wow, we can just move right down. This is, I don't know if we've been on a cable car before, and this might be a series first. I'm enjoying it. This guy looks kind of scared. I don't know. He looks uneasy. Well, let's just keep going down. Descending into town here. You can sort of get a sense of the layout a little bit. Huh. Tons of docks all through there. Serious shipping happening. You can tell how tight this is, especially it's all smushed up against the hillside here. And I've read that land reclamation is a big thing. So they're kind of putting out more and more dirt, whatever, ground. They're trying to build out into the water here because there's just no space. Now, obviously, they could build taller, I guess, but it might be limitations on some of that. Look at this pool down there. That looks heavenly. Although you do have people just staring down at you from above all day, so I don't know how private that really would be. And we're descending down here. Looks like all the tourists kind of parked in this parking lot. Interesting. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, I'll pop out. That was great. Pretty cool. All right, so that's that side of things. And then on this side of town, there's beaches, Sandy Bay. It's just called the East Side. I don't know, pop over here, why not? Oh, these are cute little homes. Look at this. Boy, oh boy, I wonder, does this ever fall down? Like, it kind of looks like some rocks tumbled there. That must be an issue now and then. Like, just a big chunk of this falls off and... Ew, I don't know. Seems like that could happen at any point. These fences aren't going to do anything, obviously. Cute little places here. You must be able to, like, rent these. Maybe they're owned, but they kind of look like the type of thing you would rent. I could be wrong. What a place. What a place. Man. Probably just some epic sunrises here. Certainly from the top of that mountain. My. And then it looks like, so they obviously built this airport here. I think their city or territory line is like right here. So this is Spain up here. And they squeezed, and there was no place to put an airport. So they built out here into the water. This looks like a pretty small strip too, doesn't it? I don't know. That seems a little small compared to the size of the plane. Wonder if we can get a view of this airport at all. Nice. Very good. Oh yeah, there it is. Huge rock face. And it almost looks like this is open to the public. Whoa, this is unusual. So this runway, it doubles as a road. They don't have, sometimes you'll see they build like they dig a tunnel underneath it. They have not done that here. I guess with the water being so close, you have no option. So this is also just a road that goes through the runway. Interesting. Any other cool views from down there? Well, slightly better. There you go. That is unusual. That must be... The guy's just walking across the runway. I don't know how you regulate that. Obviously, you must have gates and stuff here. But how often are planes landing? There's a military airplane there, obviously. Oh my, look at this. Graveyard. Even the graveyard is very dense. Dense and chaotic. But I'd love to go for a walk through there, of course. Let's drive by just in the neighborhood of it. Oh yeah, back there. Kind of industrial down in here. Some brands I don't recognize. Yeah, look at that graveyard. Boy, oh boy. More scooters. That is the story of this place. Here's a cute old one. Classic. That hillside. I wonder if people climb that. I bet that's a climbing destination, almost certainly, with such a face like that. Recently watched that Free Solo movie. Oh my goodness. That was stressful. Killer views up the hillside here. Seems like they've kind of mostly banned homes from being built up here. This is obviously military views out there. Yeah. This has played a part in a lot of conflicts over the years, I'm sure. West Battery, Devil's Gap Battery, all these military whatever bases are. Oh, look at this. Ancient. Probably. Devil's Battery, 1902. Huh. Cannons. Oh, we're sitting on a cannon. Very pretty, though. Yep, big shipping container ships. Probably oil. And then across the sea there is Spain. Major shipping container place there. I kind of glanced at that before I dropped in. Here, let's check out more of this town here because I want to see where people are living. There's so much to see here outside of the town area. Okay, tight roads here. Everything's tight. Get used to that. We're on Castle Road. I like these street names. Interesting. Yeah, I read that this has been... They're pretty sure this has been populated by humans as far back as basically there were humans. They think like Neanderthals were here 50,000 years ago. They found tools and stuff like that. evidence of their presence. So this is ancient. The Phoenicians had city here back, 1000 BC. And then apparently back in like 1704, I read on Wikipedia, like Anglo-Dutch forces captured the city from Spain. So this was part of Spain. And they captured it and then ceded it to Great Britain. And then they never gave it back. And so now it is part of Great Britain. And apparently it's definitely a point of conflict, some conflict between the two countries. And there's a good number of people in Spain who would like to have it back, I guess. But most of the people, like 96%, they did a poll or something, a vote, and 96% of the people who live here didn't want to change anything. So they wanted to keep it as is. So it looks like it'll probably stay that way for a long time. Hopefully it keeps things stay peaceful. Some roses here strapped to a pole for some reason. Maybe this looks like it's commemorating something. Here's another scooter. Everybody's on scooters here. It must just be like parking is difficult, maybe. And obviously it'd just be kind of fun. But that's true. That's true of scooters anywhere. All these old military bases. Castle walls almost. It's got to be a big tourist destination now, obviously, too. Certainly for, any number of people, of course. Now, I wonder, with the issue of Brexit being unsettled at the time of this recording, I wonder how all these British overseas territories fall with Brexit. That could get complicated. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know enough about the situation, obviously. I didn't even know this was part of Great Britain. So I could hardly comment on it. People out having a nice day, though, here. December, it looks lovely out for December. Green trees. Obviously, we're not too far up from, the center of the Earth. Yeah. I don't know what latitude we're at. Rock of Gibraltar. I don't know if you can tell a latitude from that. Not sure. Anyways, and obviously there's a huge city too up here, right on the other side of things. La Línea de la Concepción. Can't begin to remotely say that. Gibraltar National Museum. Oh, that sounds like a place I'd go to. There's parks down here. What if we can go inside this museum? Well, right next to it. Yeah, this appears to be it. Tight. Everything feels very tight. Oh yeah, there's a museum sign. Interesting. King's Bastion. We're gonna pop into a bunch of these photos here. These are all like 360 photos people have uploaded here, and not technically endorsed by or sponsored by Google. Maybe I don't know if maybe they check them. I don't know, but I'll just have to use these to look around. This guy could not be more bored to be in Gibraltar. Whatever. Interesting. This looks like a fountain. Yeah, big apartment complexes, big buildings, mixture of old and new, tons of forts. Let's drop down here. Oh, not sure that wasn't quite right, but nice view out of this apartment. Yeah, this would be great. Great view of the whole, I don't know, Strait of Gibraltar. Love to see a time lapse of all these ships going through. I'd definitely set that up if I had an apartment up here. Probably could find a video of that online. Restaurants all along here. Look at these beachfront homes, each one with a pool. most of them going for the same shape, and then these people went for the rectangles. Funny how that stuff works out. Nice. Yeah. Can almost smell that saltwater air. Beautiful. Love to go for a long walk all around here. Seems great. And let's go down here by the point. All kinds of memorials. Sikorsky Memorial. It's the name of a helicopter manufacturer. Actually read Sikorsky's biography once. I don't know if this is... Oh yeah, I think this is him. Oh yeah. This must be. Oh wait. No. Different Sikorsky. Prime Minister of Poland. How about that? Must have, yeah, I'm not sure what the story. I'll have to read about that Sikorsky. Must have, I don't know. Some sort of memorial to him. Huge cannon there. It's kind of scary big. Ooh, threatening clouds over here. Bet they get some big storms down here. Interesting, looks like a mosque there. We can kind of move around here a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting. If there's enough of these like little photos clumped together, you can move through them, which is neat. I don't know if they have to be uploaded by the same person or if it auto puts them together. Kids are excited to see this, I guess. Fun playground here. Looks like a great tourist destination. Definitely bring your kids here. What an epic place this would be. Grab a bite to eat. Unbelievable views. And yeah, no matter where you look, it's an awesome view. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can go right down to the water, it looks like. Maybe you're not supposed to, but I'm sure you could. Interesting. All right, a few more places. This has been great. I'm definitely intrigued by this place. I need to read more about it. Looks like some nice homes down here, maybe. Bleak House Training Institute. Isn't that a Charles Dickens book? Bleak House. Interesting. Kind of darkened photo. How fun would it be to be on a boat down there, or jet ski or whatever? That'd be awesome. Wonder if we can get some views from the water looking at it. Oh, surprisingly, no. Disappointing. All right. Let's go up a hillside again. I don't think you'd want to take a scooter up this hillside though, right? This would be difficult. Put some serious strain on that bike. Maybe get that Land Rover instead. Looks like they have a little space you can pull off here. Or I guess people are just kind of pulling off wherever. Families just walking on there. Okay, whatever. I mean, I'm sure you can see traffic for some distance. Look at this. What a sight. What a sight. What a big world we live in. I'm eternally impressed. Is this a view off the water? Oh, great. Okay. Well, barely, but I'll take it. Looks to be like a tour group here, maybe. Pretty neat. Just chilling here. Enjoying these views. Yeah, I'm just continually impressed by, maybe it's silly to say, but just how big the world is. I feel like we have like a sense, I don't know, I think I had more of a sense before doing this series even, that I had, I don't know, I had the false notion that I had a pretty good sense of the size of the Earth. That I had a pretty good sense of where things were, what things kind of look like. And I'll tell you what, I was dead wrong. I don't know. I was just dead wrong. The world is vastly bigger, and like the fine grained detail of it is just staggering. It's the amount of places and peoples, and here's a little store, it's utterly overwhelming. That's how I feel. Just completely overwhelmed by the scale of it all. And yeah, it's insane. But, it's not like that's big news. This is a big world we live in. That's not big news to anybody. But I think the more time you spend, obviously literally touring the world, but even virtually touring it, my mind has been expanded, I swear, by just spending, at this point, many hours driving around these streets virtually. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And I hope you'll keep joining me on this tour. I don't know when I'll stop. I think I'll just keep going for a long time. I'm having too much fun. Enjoying the few conversations too with the people who comment below, which, please say hi, introduce yourself, let me know where you're at. Let me know where you want to visit. Let me know some of your favorite places, and I have a long list at this point, probably 50 cities on it, that I'll slowly work through, kind of using that and places I want to see personally. This guy's peeking out of the window there. Flat Bastion Road. Steep roads. Man. Look at this. Is this like an old incline? Kind of looks like an incline, or a staircase maybe. I wonder if this was an incline at one point, before the cable car went in. Rock solutions. Yeah, I bet they need a lot of rock solutions here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying seeing the world. I've definitely learned a lot. And, yeah, it's been great. Gibraltar, I'm very impressed. I have to read more about you, more about your history. I say my favorite part of doing this whole series is how I find myself like, I swear in the next week I'll probably hear somebody talking about Gibraltar on the radio or some podcast, and suddenly I'll be like, oh, I actually know I know what you're talking about. I have a much better sense of, places. That's happened so many times since I started this series. I'll record, I was in Vilnius recently. And then a few days later, somebody was talking about Vilnius on a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, I hadn't even heard of it. And what in the world? Oh, these are fake soldiers. Okay. Yeah, I felt like I actually knew what they were talking about. That was amazing. Wow. This whole cliffside's insane. I just dropped down in the same picture. All right. Sorry about that. All right, one more place. Got to bring this to a close. It's been wonderful. I'm actually going to leave you with some footage I found back from the 30s of some family that was in the area. And this great old video, just kind of boating around. So hang around to the end of this and you'll see that. Wonderful. Pretty amazing. Beautiful city. Yeah, I'll have to read more about that. And I'll get back to this part of Spain too, because I want to see some of these surrounding cities and see how they kind of play into that. And then I want to see the other side of town too, here down in the northern tip of Africa here. Tangier, oh my, yeah. I'll be back to this part of the world soon, I promise. For now, I'm going to add it to my map. All right, there it is. On the map, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Tell your friends, give it a thumbs up. And check out some of my other videos. All these blue dots represent cities I've been to. And all right, till next time.